Well, hello YouTube. So this is a Friday dinner time in October, and we're going for a ride up Blakey Ridge, if I ever get into traffic, that is. Nice old Ducati. Got Chris in front of me. And the route is planned out on my beeline, mainly just for the bit between Malton and Kirby Moorside, because we're going to go across country. I've done it before, but I'm not sure of the road. Once we get to Kirby Moorside, it's plain sailing. It's just a loop up through Hutley Hole, down along Blakey Ridge, turn right for Rosedale, and then we'll stop for a cup of tea or something at a nice cafe we know in Rosedale. And then we finished the actual ride that's on the beeline finishes at Balderson's in Thorntonley Dale. All new Armco on this hill. This road's been closed for a while, and they've cleared the tree line's been cleared. Oh my word, this feels a lot different. Oh my word, all the trees have gone. Good God. Ah! I've known this hill 40, 50 years or more, and it never looked like this. Good grief, I'm pleased to send the camera on. That is amazing. Incredible. If you'd have brought me here with me blindfolded and sent me down that hill with a blindfold off and said, "Where are you?" I'd have been scratching my head. Good Lord. So the hill that leads into North Grimston. My word. This is Norton, and I've probably said this before. Norton and Malton are divided by the River Derwent, but they literally lay alongside each other. Norton on one side of the river bank and Malton on the other, much like Gateshead and Newcastle. Gateshead on the south side of the River Tyne and Newcastle on the north bank. But the only way you can tell you've gone from one to t'other is that you cross the Tyne Bridge. Where the signal box is ahead is where on earth is this taking me? I'm not going that way, that's daft. We're going this way. This will get all upset now because I'm not going the way the beeline wants me to go. For some reason it wants me to go left. I'm not going left. That's crackers. Yeah, it seems to have corrected itself. Just every now and then this beeline does that. You get it shows you a symbol and you're looking thinking it's telling me to turn left. The maps sometimes can be a little bit too complicated or intricate because they're small as well. It has actually recorrected itself now. And now we're in Malton. And you know you're in Malton because there's this wonderful aroma down this street of fish and chips that we're driving Chris Daft. I was pulling their leg. We were chatting on our Brown Saddles group, and Richard and Chris had been up to Grassington through Pateley Bridge, and he broke the law. He didn't stop at the pie shop. I mean, it's the law. When you go to Pateley Bridge, you've got to stop at the pie shop. Poor old Chris was pieless. Oh, how we laughed. This is exactly what happens when you go for a bike ride with a vegetarian. So we're out of Malton and into an area which around here is referred to, it's an area of outstanding natural beauty, and it's the Hawadian Hills. It takes you down to Helmsley, but we're only going another mile and a half down this road, and then we're going to turn right. No, we're not going down there. It's another half mile. Oh, thank goodness. We've had a bit of a run of those closed roads this year with our riding around. Richard would have a big smile on his face because it's all an adventure. It's the right attitude as well. It is the right attitude. The one good thing about going for a ride with Rich, he never flaps, he never gets flustered. He deals with it. He's very calm, and it's a very suitable name for his channel. 450 yards. It's saying, oh bloody hell! Do you know? I think it is the road I want. Bugger. Oh, great. Oh well, we'll have to see how closed it is. It's definitely this one. Is it? I think it's that one. Yeah, it's got to be this one. Kirby Moorside, yeah. Oh no, that's a construction ahead sign. Whew, thank goodness for that. My heart was sinking. Nice KTM. Bandit Nev would tell you what the KTM stands for. Cost too much. Allegedly, I've never had one. I like KTMs. Right, on we go. About the only thing of any interest to film on this piece of road is this bridge. And I was just watching, there's two cars behind us, and he's been busted to get past Chris, and I thought if he overtakes now, he's going to be in for a really nasty surprise. Because you don't see that bridge until more or less the last moment. Pretty little village called Brewe. I'm going to pull over down here for a minute, let these cars pass, because they must be getting on Chris's nerves. They're certainly getting on my nerves. Nothing worse than you're trying to enjoy a country lane ride and you got Joe 90 in his Porsche 4-seater stuck up your chuff. It's a maximum speed limit, not a target speed. If you want to ride at bloody 50 or 60 miles an hour down here, well, knock yourself out. Some of us don't. And I ain't justifying it, and I don't care what people think. I'm out enjoying my motorbike. if I want to drive like Barry Sheen, I'll go to Flaming Cadwell Park. Oh, quite a built-up riverbank, that. Is it a river? Yeah, down in the bottom there. Yeah. Could be the early stages of the Derwent, I suppose. I don't actually know. Very pretty road though. One of the things I like about the CL is you have to use the gearbox, but it's such a beautifully made piece of equipment. It's got a lovely light clutch and a really easy gearbox to use, and it's actually a pleasure to go up and down the gearbox. It actually adds to the ride. And then when you get out onto a dual carriageway or a motorway, 6th gear is long enough. You know, it just works. You don't, if you plan your overtakes on a motorway, you don't actually have to, it doesn't struggle. It's that long since I've ridden this road, I've forgotten about all these bridges. Normanby. There's a Normanby on the other side of the Humber in Lincolnshire. It's amazing how many of these village names are duplicated between Lincolnshire and North Yorkshire. There's another one, like there's a Willoughby village near Hull, and there's Willoughby at the bottom of Staxton Hill. More useless information. Coming to the end of this cross-country route from Malton, and on our left I can just see in the corner of my eye the little town of Kirby Moorside. Yeah, it is the junction I thought it was. Chris is behind me, yep. Over the cattle grid, and this is the start of the moorland. Whoa, pheasant. You can't hear the bike. I don't want to knock the poor thing down. And I do, well, that and the fact it probably bring me up. Oh dear God. Oh, there's a lot of dead beds on this road. Ah, that's sad. Poor things. They come out of the woodland and they come onto the road. What they're after is the grit. There we go, Thornley Dale. Do you want to go to the tea rooms in Rosedale?
How easy way do you fancy?
Well, I've never been there. I don't know if it's any good. Whereas we know the one in Rosedale's nice, isn't it?
If you want to go there, I'll go there for the most. I'm easy, honestly.
Well, we'll go there for a change then.
Oh, yeah.
They look like it was somewhere to park.
I'm hungry, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 20 to 1.
Yeah.
So if we go any further, it'd be too late, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, do that then. The decision has been made.
For Yorkshire lunch.
That's dinner time over and done with. The Forge Tea Rooms at Huttonley Hall. We had a giant Yorkshire pudding, onion gravy and 4 sausages. The job now is staying awake. But we're good. So we're now going to carry on up Blakey Ridge. This is quite a road. .3 miles to the turn, which takes us back into Rosedale. I'll stop at the top of the hill because whenever I've been up here before, I've always had just phone or adventure cameras. And there's a lovely view down the valley, and I want to try and get a nice picture of it using my Nikon. Bridge camera. And this is the part of the North Yorkshire roads where they've had no problems with fire. Yeah, but over towards the coast at Filingdales, they've had dreadful trouble with fires. Nothing's been said about the cause of the fire, so how it started is a bit of a mystery. Oh, we've just been talking about one of these. CRF either 250 or 300. Another nice lightweight bike. Chris was saying if he had a second bike, it would be probably his choice of bike. The original one was a 250, and I think the one they make at the moment is a 300, and they do a rally version of it as well, which is a bit taller. I don't like the rally version. If that daft mask it has on the lights at the front looks very odd. But I like the bike. You just have to live with the headlight, I'm afraid. Now then, we're looking for, I think it's called the Lion. This is Blakey Ridge with all its spectacular views. I think the road curves round, so we might get a view of that in a minute. thought it would be a lot colder up here than it is. It's actually a nice day. It's about 16 degrees. Not too bad. 61. I can live with that. Farmland at the bottom, moorland at the top. Look across that corner, and on the top of that hill, that's the Lion. That's where we're going to stop, and the view is back down this valley on our right. One of the famous weather stations up here. This elevation, anything that rains our level is snow at this point. Farndale, and then that's Blakey Bank, that hill down that way. And this is the Lion Public House. This is where we're stopping. This'll do. So I can take a photograph. Just got to take a view over that wall. Okay, right, tried to get a view and the sun went behind a cloud. Got back on the bike and the sun's come out. Typical! That's the Lion Inn on Blakey Ridge. It's famous for its Sunday lunches, although I've never tried one. But it smelt a bit, and you know, as we went by it definitely smelt a bit processed. Chris said he didn't fancy living up here in winter time. I don't think anybody would. If it's raining in Pickering, then up here it's snowing. But they're getting to be a familiar bike, those 1300 GS's. There was one at Seaways yesterday. Could he? Let's get it to start. And then all of a sudden it lit up, and I think it had the problem that this one had had. A sticking side stand, just needed spraying with WD. That's all it was. 0.9 of a mile to our next turn. This is the point where we leave the moor. That's Rosedale ahead of us. This is a descent. It's a 14% descent down into the village. God, it's a lovely smell coming off this foliage at the side of the road here. Nice view. I keep seeing this headlight and forgetting Chris is behind me. Whose car? No, it's Chris. trying not to call the Triumph a trumpet. It's Ladybird. Look at that. That's gorgeous. And there's the ridge up there, like where we were. The hill in front of us, where the road goes up, is the infamous Chimney Bank. Purportedly, I think it's one of the steepest, not the steepest, but it's one of the steepest. And I've been up and down it on all different sizes of bikes, and it's nah. I've been on bloody is it Hard Knot Pass, the one that goes between Coniston and Greenside, whatever it's called, in the Lake District. That one was horrible. I think it's the Hard Knot Pass. The little snaky, horrible road. Oh, people go there to ride up and down it for fun. It's an absolute nightmare of a road. And they seem to revel on monkey bikes and C50s and oh, it's absolute torture. But that makes your ears pop. This is the Rosedale Abbey. Well, we would normally stop, but we're going to do it differently this time. We'll stop here, but we already had a stop at Hutley Hole. So the next stop we're going to have, well, back from petrol, is Thornton Dale. Hey, look at this walking down here. Look. It could be our Daisy. I got it. She has a double. Oh, God. There's a turning on the right here. Here it is, look. Go up there, that's Chimney Bank. It's to take you back to Hutley Hole. Very nice caravan site here, very nice. If His Lordship is watching, definitely the place, Ian. Definitely the place. For you and Mandy and Dave. Rosedale Abbey Caravan Park. Beautiful. Some lovely eating houses, some nice walks, beautiful views. Highly recommended, mate. Just coming down off the ridge, the temperature on my bike, this temperature gauge I got here, it's gone up by about 4 degrees. It was flipping cold along the top of the ridge. It's a nice little tree-lined ridge that we ride down here. Going away from Rosedale now. On this famously bumpy road. Definitely gives you suspension a workout. You don't find many cars brave enough to go thrashing past you. They're liable to be over the edge. This ahead of us on the left used to be a really, really famous watering hole, the blacksmith at Hartoft, and I know it used to cost a lot of money to stay there in its heyday, and it's been shut and closed like that now for, well, every time I've been past it for the past maybe 3 or 4 years. I think you'd be a very brave man to put money into it. I'm just wondering how long they'll let it go before it gets too ramshackle and broken down. See autumn coming in the leaves. Beautiful dapple sunlight. Colours amazing. A very, very pleasant day to be riding a motorbike. Very pleasant day. This little bike just makes it such a pleasure. I think on the left of this is part of the North Riding Forest. I think I'm right. I think it extends this far out. Most amazing collection of trees. Why wouldn't you not turn the camera on to see all this splendour? So we're just about ridden our loop. But another 1.7 miles we'll come back to the main road. Yeah, I'm sure this is part of the North Riding Forest. I think there's a sign actually down here, if memory serves me right. You can tell we're coming to the end because the roads start to get a bit broader. No longer the moorland gauge sort of a lane and a half. It's full 2-lane road. Yeah, here's the big sign. Was I right? It's Cropton Forest. Part of the North Riding Forest. Yeah, it's Cropton Forest. Oh, it's gorgeous smell of wood smoke. Oh, wonderful. Absolutely. Lovely seasoned timber. Somebody's burning. And this is the final piece of the ride for today. About 300 odd yards from where we join the main road again. That's my last waypoint. I just heard it ding ding at my crash helmet. Cropton. And if you turn right at the end of this road and ride for about 3 miles, you come back to where we started the ride. Just a big loop. And that's it. Anyway, I do hope that you've enjoyed this outing with me and Chris as we've done Blakey Ridge. A lovely sunny autumn afternoon ride. So from Cropton in North Yorkshire, I'll say please like and subscribe, and I'll speak to you all again soon. Bye for now. Ta-ta.
There goes Graham on the mighty sail.